Good morning, crystal meditators. So today I want to continue the journey into our inner aspects, and today I want to use green aventurine because green aventurine is possibly one of the softest, heart-opening stones that I use. It's just filled with absolute nurture and support. And I need that at the minute. I think we all need that a little bit at the minute. So our heart center, one of probably the biggest areas to heal and release all of our trauma, our guilt, our grieving, all of the things that we are processing through the experience of our life, the things that we go through, the things that we tend to hold on to, especially when we lose things. We tend to not want to let them go. So the heart center also is the seat of your soul, your spirit is where it resides. And so there are many, many layers to the heart, and when we keep piling on this protection, keep piling it on. And you hear a lot in the spiritual world of protecting yourself, and I don't believe we need to protect ourselves, because if we are fearful of something and we protect ourselves, we are bypassing, we are avoiding the things we need to address and look at. And that weakness that we don't want to look at will just get buried and hidden away. And this is not good for your well-being. Long term, this is going to give you physical heart problems, physical breathing problems. And at the moment, where we're up to, people haven't come back into their heart space, back into who their essence really is, their soul. Now this is also the inner mother, the aspect of nurturing and protecting in a sense, but not putting protection over you. So when people say they put a protective bubble around themselves to stop negative things coming in. Now what I'd like to emphasize is, if we keep getting negative people or negative things happening to us, this is a message that we need to look at that aspect of ourselves. It doesn't mean that we are negative people, but that area of ourself hasn't been healed, hasn't been let go of, hasn't been released, hasn't been nurtured or mothered. And so this inner mother, it's not obviously it's lovely to have your own mother you. Sometimes they smother you, which can be a little bit closing off. So to mother and nurture ourselves is far more fulfilling. And so sometimes we're always relying on other people or external situations. So it's allowing us to really access the hurt, the vulnerability, the sense that we aren't mothered, that we aren't being nurtured. And how do you nurture yourself? It's really important that we look at how we nurture ourselves, and do we meet, whoopsie, dropped it, our needs. Sorry, I'm a bit klutzy today, I just shoved my finger in the door. So I'm going to mother and nurture that aspect of hurt for myself. And it's being kind to yourself as well. So when we close off the heart center, we become very harsh. We become very egotistical because we come back down into the solar plexus. When we operate and work from our heart space, we become more loving, we become more empathic, we become more nurturing. We don't feel the need to compete and compare to other people because we love one another as equals, as each other. And so this also, that mother aspect, and we all have it, male and female, that mother aspect, if we can nurture and help other people from our heart, we're not going to feel we need to be better than them, we need to compete with them, we need to outdo them, whatever it is you feel you need to be seen, heard, felt. So it's feeling and seeing and hearing yourself. This is all coming from the inner aspects of ourselves. So taking the element of our green aventurine, don't worry if you haven't got the physical stone, just connect to the energy of green aventurine and just invoke it in like you would do your angels or your guides. Just ask to connect to the energy of green aventurine. If you have your own stone, just hold it into your receptive hand, into both hands. Place it onto your heart center or hold it into your heart center. Or just have it, this one's a free form, so it can sit on a table or next to you, especially your bedside table. It's quite nice to have that sat beside you at night to nurture you. There's no protection needed, but to give you that sense of inner hug. So deep sighs. These deep sighs come from the heart. This is where we feel the burdening in the heart space, and it's right in the center of the chest where we feel the heart energy. So I want you just to find the breath. Tip at the nose, take it into especially the heart space. You can take it deeper down. We like to have deep breath, but we do want to particularly energize the heart space. You can hold your hands over the heart. It's quite nice just to really energize using your own sense of feeling. And just breathe your energy, the green aventurine energy, the energy from the space, from your love, into your heart space. You can ask to open your heart space, and you can also ask to release anything that no longer serves you, these vulnerabilities, these hurts, the pain we have when we feel heartbroken, when things feel that they are not complete and whole anymore. And especially at this time, a lot of loss at the moment. There is a lot of pain in the world. And if you've had a direct loss, it's going to hurt. We need time to grieve. But also we need time to nurture ourselves. We don't want to shut down. We don't want to avoid. We want to deal with these emotions as they arise. So just finding the breath, using the green aventurine, using the awareness of that energy, and just start to tune in to how you are feeling today, this morning, this evening. Does your heart feel vulnerable? Do you feel hurt and in a vulnerable place? And just accept this, allow this to come forward. Allow any feelings to come to the surface. We cannot deal with them if they're buried deep within. Any tightness that you feel in your heart, your chest. Just take some deep breaths. And then I'd like to invoke your inner mother. Now you might see this as an image of your own physical mother, or you might just see yourself as an older, if you're a young person, as an older aspect of yourself. And it doesn't matter how we perceive it, how we see it, but just connecting to your inner mother. And I quite often perceive and see this mother giving me a hug. So in energetic terms, see it in my mind's eye. So I'd like your own inner mother to give you a hug. It might make you feel quite tearful, it might make you feel childlike. That's okay. All of these aspects of ourself all intermingle. And just allow yourself to hug. Hug yourself. And then just breathing this green aventurine into you, into your hug, into that inner mother. And even if you're male, we still have an inner mother. We still have male and female aspects of ourself. And the inner mother is how we nurture ourselves, how we look after ourselves, how we deal with the hurt, how we support ourselves. And so you might pose a question to your inner mother, and perhaps aspects of yourself that aren't seen or heard or felt or actioned. Is there a need that your inner mother has right now? Does she feel overworked? Does she feel that it's relentless at the moment? That she is just giving out and giving out? And what is she receiving in? What is she getting back? And this comes from ourself. It doesn't need to come from externally. It's lovely if we do, but it needs to come from your inner self. What do you give yourself? What do you provide for yourself? What support do you give to yourself? And how much love do you give to yourself? And this is unconditional love, love that we don't put a judgment on, that we don't need to compete and compare. Notice, honestly, how much do you love yourself? There will be elements that we don't like, and that's fine. It's a work in progress. But how much can you love yourself? And so if it's a little bit tricky, if it's a little hard, I'd like you to repeat a mantra of I love myself. But feel it from your heart. Don't just recite it with empty words. Genuinely start to love yourself like a mother would unconditionally love her children. Doesn't matter if you're not a mother, but that love that they give out, I want you to give to yourself. No conditions, no judgments, just pure love. And the energy of the aventurine can supply that love, that soft, nurturing love, right to your heart center, right to your inner mother. Be aware of how this makes you feel. What does it bring up? What aspects of yourself do you feel aren't lovable, aren't loved, aren't supported or noticed, provided for? Another deep sigh. And these sighs are good. It's helping us to release and let go of whatever it is we need to let go of. And certainly at the moment when we're absorbing so much from our external world, the world is in a bit of a mess, there's a lot of hurt. Don't close down your heart. Allow yourself to nurture yourself. And if you can nurture and love yourself, you are best able and equipped to nurture and love the people around you. And extend that even further to your community. So find the love for yourself first. And it will take time. There are many deep aspects of the heart center. When we unburden the heart, you might find there are tears or sadness, and allow these to come through. Allow yourself to release, to let go of the hurt. You might find old memories, old situations come forward, to be looked at, to be recognized, and then let go of. We don't need to relive them. They come up for us to say thank you and bye-bye. So notice, be aware, and keep repeating, but from the heart, I love myself. Just sitting for a moment more, it's just getting to know yourself better. This inner mother might even have a message for you, but please don't worry if there aren't any messages. She might, in your mind's eye, give you a gift also. Sometimes we see it as a physical gifting. Accept whatever it is your inner mother has to give to you, whether it's words, actions or a gift. If it's just a hug, accept that hug. Allow yourself to receive. If we keep giving, we won't have the energy. We need to receive in as well. And just noticing, is there now a lightness? If there's a heaviness, just keep going with the breath. Keep repeating your mantra. I love myself. I love myself. I nurture myself. I nurture myself. And you can sit for as long as you need to with the energy of the green aventurine or the actual stone, or just sitting with yourself and your inner mother aspect. But if you're ready to come back out, just notice where you are again. Notice how you are feeling now. And please don't despair if this isn't a one-time fix. This might take many visits, many times to connect, and it's probably the hardest part to access towards ourselves. So please always view it as each moment as work in progress, and just be aware of what is presenting, what is coming forward, what is coming up, what do we need to notice. And this stone, if you have one, sit it beside you at night time, take it to bed with you, take it with you during your day, and allow this soft stone to nurture this inner aspect of yourself. That's all we're doing, is we're aiding our journey, we're aiding with the tools we have to make life a little bit easier and accessible. And so what are your inner mother needs? How can you best support and love yourself? You bring yourself back, you take the energy of the stone through your day or through your night, and allow any release to happen that needs to. And just bring yourself gently back, and most importantly, be kind and gentle to yourself. Love yourself like a precious being that you are. How important you are, how loved you are. And extend my gratitude and love out to each and everybody who connects either through my channels or through my physical work, although that's happening much at the moment, but we can still connect through our hearts to one another, but most importantly to ourselves. And when that heart energy is open, we are selfless, we aren't selfish in our actions towards ourselves or others. So keep an open heart, everybody. Allow the grief and the hurt, vulnerability just to ease away. Blessings on your day. Enjoy whatever your day is bringing to you. Bye for now.